Forward. Good evening, you guys. My name is Sean Escobar. This is the Shredders Unite Business Call, and I have a special guest tonight. His name is Olivier Elgue. Do I say that right, Olivier? Your last name?
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
Oh, good, good. And Olivier has become a very, very dear friend of mine, and soon you'll understand why. But first of all, a little bit of housekeeping before I start. For those of you that are part of our community, I want to do this before I forget. Tomorrow night, Jesse Jamnick is going to have a very special guest on his Shred Your Body call. And I want you all to be aware of that. So Jesse, where is the best place they can view that call?
So they can view right in our ER Shredder Facebook group, in our community support group at around noontime. I'll post up the broadcast. It will be there for you. You can click the little get reminded button and boom, 5 minutes before, Facebook will remind you, and it's going to be live right there in the group and also on my wall. And I'm sure you'll share it out and stuff as well.
All right. And that's going to be a very heartwarming call leading into Christmas. Actually, that's just perfect because that call, you guys, if you haven't heard about it, that's Michael Epstein. And if you go type in Michael Epstein on the internet and type in extreme weight loss, Michael Epstein, and go watch that episode. And I think you'll be really impressed. You can get it on like YouTube video or Google video, Amazon Prime Video, and go watch that if you get a chance and you've got some time. And that way you'll be ready for the call tomorrow night. I think this is going to be just a very heartwarming story. It's going to become a great part of our ER Shred culture, is featuring different people as they go through the process over time. Jesse does such a good job of that. Okay, so my guest tonight, I'm going to explain to you how I know him and how I met him and how he came into our lives and fills such a critical need for what we do. All right, my guest tonight, Olivier. You out there, Olivier?
Yeah, right here.
All right, thanks for being with us tonight, Olivier. Olivier reached out to me very early on when Crystal and I first started to launch ER Shred. He basically said in so many words, I see what you're doing, and I think I could be of value to you. I think I could help you. I don't know why. Usually I shut people down when they come to me with offers like that. Something felt different about it. I don't know what it was, but bottom line is we had a conversation, I remember early on, and we talked. And I remember conversing with Olivier back and forth and saying, Olivier, listen, I know how I want to do ER Shred. I know exactly the protocol is bulletproof. It's going to work. People are going to have amazing results. As a result of that, the business will be born, and those results will generate referrals naturally. And they have already, you guys, it's happening big time. We launched ER Shred. You imagine this for a second. For those of you that understand this industry, I want you to understand something. We launched ER Shred October 1st. It was actually the 3rd, I think, October 3rd of this very year. ER Shred through October, November, and partway through December, but even just October, November, if you consider what unfolded, it's actually quite mind-boggling. Crystal and I are scratching our heads. We're literally like scratching our heads like, how is that even possible that many people have already experienced it? That many people have already had that kind of an empowering result and are that excited about it. And they're not just doing it for 11 days. They're actually realizing what we talked about, which was the lifestyle empowerment from it. They're already realizing it. And those of you that are on the call that have really helped along the way, like Bob Seabright, like Jesse Jamnick, I don't know who else is on here, but Adam Sis came on early, Heather came on early, and Andrea, you've been there since the start. Like, guys, Brad's on, he's been there since the start. Like, it's mind-boggling what's happening. And the only thing that there's only one way to explain it, is that there's a real need. There's a real
Sean, unmute your microphone.
Somebody muted me. Jane Ryan is not muted. We got to mute them. anyway, it's the convergence of all these different concepts. And Jesse actually just recorded a new video today. It'll be live on ershred.com, and we're going to talk about different functions of this on this call. But bottom line is that new presentation is going to help you understand the science, the why behind why this is working for people and how it's working for people. But I remember going to Olivier and I said, Olivier, I know how to do network marketing. I'm actually very good at network marketing. I was at the time, back in 2007, the youngest ever Isagenix millionaire. And I did it by the way that I was trained by my mentors, which was you focus on the results and you focus on the relationships and you have a one product focus. And it's essential, it's critical. It's network marketing 101 for the sake of duplication, for the sake of simplicity. Okay, you've got to have a one product or concept focus. And really that's what we have here. And it's already proven, even if you just look at the history of the original 9-day protocol, it's already proven. So many of your tip top people, originated from that protocol. Now we've got this 11-day protocol, and this Shred protocol, it's different in many ways. That's all I'm going to say, is that it's very different in many ways. And in my opinion, it's much, much more adherable in a lifestyle setting. And it's also, the results are far better, in my opinion. And that's what we're finding. And again, I just want to say that that's my personal experience. So with all that said, Olivier comes and he understands all of this. And he says, yes, we have to have a one product focus. Yes, we have to have simplicity. You're right. Simplicity is critical. He says, we have to have duplication. Absolutely critical that we have duplication. And so I said, here's what I need. I need a website where I can get this information out there. And so Olivier quickly gathers information and he puts this website together really fast because we needed it really fast. And that was the original ershred.com. And we start pushing that out to people. Well, he gives me my own replicated version of that site. It was funny, Olivier, if you remember, I made you do it generic, the ershred.com, and you were cracking up and you're going, you can't do this generic. All these people are going to come to it and they want to get started and you're just doing it generic. You're not going to try to sign them up. And I said, that's not what this is about. This is not about money for me. I know so many people that need this. I know so many people that were already in Isagenix that need this. And I need a way to get this out to the world where we could actually just help people. I'm not worried about sales. So we did that. And we used ershred.com to get that info out to the world. And that's where so many of you guys originated from, right? Well, then he got me my own replicated version of that site. And that replicated version of that site was, again, just simple. Simple presentation, simple protocol, simple testimonials. And you could order either chocolate or vanilla. And people would actually order from my page. And Crystal and I enrolled 60 people in 7-8 weeks. 60 personal enrollments in 7-8 weeks with just that very simple, very basic replicated version of ershred.com. Well, then Jesse's getting involved because Jesse's going, hey, I have in my head an image for how this should look. So we get the logo done. And now Jesse's come on and he's helped us revamp the site so that it's very modern looking, very clean lines, very simple. And the site's incredible now. And here's the thing, we're going to talk about all of that. But the bottom line is, first and foremost, thank you, Olivier. Thank you so much for coming into my life. And I know without any shadow of a doubt, you've hardly made any money off me whatsoever. And I just want to, that speaks to your character, that speaks to your intention, that speaks to your vision, and that you just want to be a part of this. And I want you to know as a friend how much that means to my wife and myself, that you caught that vision, that you have invested as much time as you have, that you've given and given and given. So with all of that said, now Olivier is going to help us look at everything. Right, Olivier?
Right, definitely will.
So go ahead, Olivier. Maybe you have some direction around where we should start, but I just want people to understand that Olivier fills a need for me because I can't send my people to a website where they're going to be inundated with a million things. in my opinion, the buffet approach in network marketing, it doesn't work on the front end. You know, this catalog approach of network marketing, it doesn't work. You have to have a one product focus, and it has to be something that knocks people's socks off, really, really lights them up. And we have that, and Olivier identified that, and that's why we've been able to create what we've created.
Gotcha. Okay, just before I start everything, just a quick little story right here. I'm just finishing my first ER shred 11 day. Guys, I'm at minus 14.9 pounds. My goal was to get to 15 pounds in 11 days. So I'm finishing the cleanse tonight. So tomorrow morning on the scale, I'm pretty sure I'll be at 15 pounds. So kudos to that. Sean and Crystal, you guys are, yeah, huge kudos to this. I know Isagenix for 11 years now. So that's a long time. And what I saw when Sean and his family did way back then, and with a very simple system, it's still what's available now. Not like the part of the business part, because that's why it's like that's why I like to be involved with. And business is now you need to be able to do something very simple to be able to duplicate to everybody in your team. Or you're only going to have a very small amount of percentage of your team going to be jumping on the business. And that is why we put this together. The company I've been working with for the past 3 years now, NowSite Marketing, is based out of Toronto. And we all about, working with small to medium-sized businesses. So what we did is the whole platform, I'm like, a lot of people use the platform tools one way or the other. I'm just going to share that with you guys. I did a quick simple slide for you guys to be able to see this. And that's what's happening now. I'm like, that's where everybody is now. It's like everybody's have options to, to use email marketing with one company. Everybody have the options to use CRM with one app here. Sales funnels, they need to use something else from another company. Social media is the same way, SEO, analytics, all of those tools. You need all of those tools for you to be able to connect to all of the best media platform. And social media marketing is what is the most efficient now. So what we did, as you see on the right side of the page, we create an all automated system. And based on I'm creating a sales funnel and social content marketing, all of those are connected together all the way down to the end. So from the sales funnel or website, or from social content marketing, people want to know more about the products or the services you're doing it. So they get access, to get access to this, they need to enter the information, they enter a contact list. The contact list is automatically connected to the email marketing. You get all the analytics coming from all of those, and it's easy for you to close a sale when you have all of those data in your hands. And that's why we create all of those tools together.
Yeah. So
now,
are we going to look at some of that?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. I'm jumping on the page right here. I got all of the pages open already. It's what's my goal first was, it's with the system, is to be able to work with every team leaders, and that is what's happening right now. I'm like, that Facebook page we have right here with all different team of Isagenix business. Like, we have people like Adam Sisk, did a lot of work with us, to finalize some of the tool. Like Sandra Davidson create a fantastic email campaigns for everyone to be able to access to this. And a lot of people are posting on a daily basis on this. I'm like, they create their own website and they want to share that with everybody, just like Janet Anderson. A fantastic, a full startup web page where everybody can just copy this and just customize for themselves. So that's the beautiful thing about the synergy in a team. NowSite and all of you guys with all of your content ID and everything else can work together. That will give all of those tools to everyone who's starting it.
I mean, we're essentially creating, it's like the field knows, we know
right.
how to market and what to market, and we know what's working for us. And so for me personally, this gives me more control. This gives me more power. As long as we're not violating any of the policies and procedures, we're not making any medical claims, we're not making any disease claims, we're not making any financial claims. As long as we keep everything legal and ethical, then we're basically creating our own sales tools. And I don't even like to call it that, because my intent around these tools, Olivier, as you know, is education.
Correct.
Sales to me is when you rah, and you got to get on, you got to do this. And it's all the hype and the, those kinds of tactics. Our intent, if you haven't figured out already, we're purely educational based. We want to empower people.
That's the point right here. Now it's like, if you look, like the attention span of people, you have only like between 30 seconds to a minute to get that, to get the attention. So you need to be very simple, right on the point, get the information right in front of them, the testimonial right in front of them. And from there, they can just click right here and just get access and buy the products right. It's like, right in front of them. You don't have to do a three-way call anymore. You don't have to do like a full presentation of each product. You don't have to show the whole catalog and everything else. You have the 11-day system right on here. They get the testimonials and they get the ordering in one page. And that is why it's working very well, because it's like in a business side, it's like most of the distributors have issue to sharing everything, like to have enough time to do a presentation one-on-one with everybody. It's like nobody have the time to do that anymore. And that's kind of why we get this tools like accessible to everybody. It's like a huge kudos to you, Jesse, to create that website. Like that first page is so simple right here, right on top. You get the testimonials on page number 2 with all the information where to get. It's like on the site, the video testimonials. Like on page number 3, you have, it's like more about the protocol.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is available to every distributor who's starting it. I'm like, anybody who just started on our platform, all of those sales funnels are available to you guys. So if somebody is like, want to focus on the different things, they can do too. I'm like, I was working with Liz and with the Christine Carters. They put together a fantastic sales funnel.
Liz Waden Kappa.
Yes, Liz Waden Kappa, correct. It's like they work together on creating a very great sales funnel for the new products coming in. Mm-hmm. And it's like all of that work together is going to be beneficial to everyone. And a lot of people are asking me, I was like, but is that going to be included in this? I'm like, yes, it is. I'm like, you're starting, it's like the whole system in, let me just show you right here.
So Olivier, let me ask you a question. So if someone, they want this, are you telling me that for $20 a month, right? $20 a month, they get their own funnel where they can capture all the email addresses of any of the leads that they're able to generate through social media or through advertising or what have you. And then those funnels then direct people. I'm just making sure that people understand as I do. Those funnels will direct people to their landing page where the education takes place, correct?
Correct.
And that landing page is personalized. ershred.com is generic. And that's correct. Anybody that just wants to share ER Shred in a hurry, and it just directs people back to them, right? It just says, if you're interested in getting started, get back to the person who shared this with you. But
exactly,
your own personal landing page is somewhere where people can actually order whatever it is you're recommending for them. Like if they have their own version of the ER Shred site that Jesse and we've all worked on, Jesse the most, this most recent one, Stephanie. If they want that version of that, it's just, isn't it just done?
It is.
And like then people can order ER Shred from them, automatically populate into their Isagenix tree where they can be compensated for sharing ER Shred with other people. And it's all just, is it really just that simple?
It is that simple. Because I'm like, the reason why I spend a lot of time with you guys, because I I know Isagenix for 11 years. I never quit to eat the products from Isagenix. And that's why there is, there is a time, it's like that was supposed to happen. For some reason, that was supposed to happen. Me talking to Sean and all of those things happening together, that was supposed to happen. And when somebody's like asking me, it's like, why are you doing this? It's just because I'm able to do this. Because when I share this with somebody who is whatever age is, and it's like they can see themselves doing the business, making few $100 a month or more a month. And it's just a huge gift to everyone. The simplicity to be able to duplicate all of those tools is just helping a lot of people. Now, just to go back on the back side of the tools and everything else, all of those are connected together and can be customized. A lot of people come to me, they're kind of afraid of technology, but technology is not your enemy. It's like with the samples, sample systems, you will be able to access all of this. The only time you're going to spend upfront is to be able to customize any of those tools. That's why you're spending the most of the time. Everything after that is just all triggered together. When it's like you send somebody to one of those, example right here, you click on the 3 dots right here, you share it on the Facebook page, it sends it directly onto your Facebook. From there, people clicking on the link directly, they connected onto that first page right here. And so what they're going to see they're going to be interested to know more about the detail, because you get great looking people on the first page right here, especially with Adam and Laura.
Mm-hmm.
And so as soon as they enter the informations right here, you guys going to have the notification right away. So you're in the driving seat. That's the huge difference. And it's the same way too. It's like if you send that directly to somebody you've been talking for a little while on Facebook or any of those platforms, as soon as they enter the link, those persons start to read and to see the presentation. So you can follow back with them as a warm lead, not just send somebody out there and just try for like 5, 6, 10 times to text them, email them, and to see if they actually saw that video. So that's that's a huge that's a great tool. I'm just going to show you guys an example of today. Today I got a contact notifications, and where was that? Team sign up right here. The contact notification on my email right here today. Mm-hmm. So I was talking to Lynn. As soon as I got the first notifications, I knew exactly at what time she was the presentation right here. I sent her a text. It's like, what questions you may have? I'm like, and I did the follow-up with that person. And from there, what happened after this, she signed up directly right here. Mm. So that is a huge saving time tool for you guys. Okay. I'm like, a lot of people don't understand this, but it's like the old-fashioned way to do direct sales is like, there is way more simple ways now to do this. And that's why we create this together.
You know what? It actually is profound leverage when you have a site and it has the content that is effective and simple, and you can actually send people there and they're able to enroll. So we need to talk about those carts, those recommended carts that can be built, and what that looks like. If you don't mind, we just need to explain to people how we can actually create these recommended carts.
Yes.
In the Isagenix back office, and then we're able to just populate a link, and then we just take that link into the back office of the NowSite, and like for instance, we build out an ER shred pack that is chocolate, and now we have an ER shred pack it's a whole shopping cart of chocolate, right? We go into the back office of NowSite, and we put it on our personalized site along with our personal picture. So now, it's our page. And if people click on that, boom, it populates. Now listen, it says, based on your goals, we recommend the following products for you. And it's just right there, bang. And now people just put in their information and they submit it. And it actually allows you to designate where you want them to go in your Isagenix tree, which is nice. So if you need them on your left side, you can designate that. If you need them on your right, it's part of building that cart is you can actually have a preferred placement strategy, or you could just say minor leg, whichever team I need volume on, put them there, okay? So it's really slick. And my understanding is with the Penny app and the enhancements coming to the Penny app in Q1 of this next year, it's going to be even better.
Exactly. And I was just talking with Adam today about this, and it's like I knew exactly what Penny app is about, and we have like those two different platforms working together. They're going to be very, very powerful for somebody who's starting it. This with NowSite, I'm like, this is a great solution for you guys, because the only thing you have to customize, you change the name right here and add your personal link to your Isagenix back office. So it's anyone can create this. We did the whole, like Jesse did the whole layout, the pictures and everything else. So there is no time for you to spend on editing any of those different websites.
Yeah, that's right. And the presentation, I want to make sure everyone knows the presentation on that page, your personal landing page, and ershred.com is going to be just Crystal and I introducing Jesse, and Jesse James Jamnick, a certified nutrition coach, is going to walk people through the protocol, what it looks like, why we do what we do. He's going to do all the educating for you because, really that's his expertise.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So to going back to the whole systems and what's included with this, because when I talk to people and I tell them what's included in this, it's like, okay, so it's starting at $19, but what else? It's like, what else do I got to pay for it? I'm like, all of those tools are included in this. It's like your product sales funnels are included in this, your opportunity sales funnels are included in this, the social media posts are included in this. It's like you have, with the $19, you get a limited amount of websites you can create, but you have plenty of those sales funnels that come with the system. The search engine optimization is included. Like the full CRM, the customer relationship management software is a very important to have in your hand, because you need to be able just to have a notifications when a potential customer is subscribes to your newsletter or onto your product. The platform analytics, and what's important to me too is the team section right here, because duplication is a very important tool, and one of the most important tool in duplication, it's for you guys to be able to have access to every tool. So how to access to every tool? Every person who gets an account can create their own team, their own group, and inside of that own group, they can create just like Sandra Davidson and Liz Wetton Kappa did. I'm like, they got all of those different content in here, and between websites, between web pages, capture page, clean coaching, email campaigns, it's you name it. And I'm like, it's like they create tons of different tools. I know it's like one of those email campaigns is like 28 email strong. And
it just go out automatically once someone's gone to a funnel.
Yeah.
They put in their information to gain access to the information. Like they can't even see the presentation and get educated until they've gone to the funnel and said, yes, here's my email, I want to know more. And here's the empowerment. Once that happens, it will trigger whichever email campaign you've associated with that.
Correct.
And it'll automatically just start pumping those out, because on average, we know that email is a very powerful marketing strategy even today. Like people don't have any idea how powerful email campaigning is. And it takes on average 7 positive exposures before people make a purchase of a product or service. 7 different exposures. You've got to understand that you're not going to just talk to them once and get them sometimes, but the email is going to do so much of the work for you.
It is like it's a huge time saving. And just like, I just remember like a couple months ago when I started with you guys, and Crystal was like, and I showed Crystal the back office with with that email campaigns and everything else. She was like, because she was working with a different software, and from that software, she had to do like all of the follow up with the clients, but she didn't have anything to give her notification or stuff like. So it's simplifying your work to only a few minutes a day. Because when everything is customized and set up, you guys only spend like 5 minutes on a day just to post any of those social content marketing. That social content marketing is a very important tool for you guys. I'm craving of those, especially on my cleanse day today. Thanks a lot, people. If it's like you just, when you click on the edit part of this one right here, what's important is for you to be able to know you can beat the algorithm on any of those social media platforms. Because what Facebook really wants you to do is to buy advertising and pay for your advertising and sponsoring those. What we're able to do with this is that's what we call clickable pictures. People like what they see. And from there, you guys are able to connect to any of your sales funnel if you want to. Any of those sales funnel. Why would you like to do this? It's because from there, people can get onto the first part of the sales funnel. And as soon as you get the information, you send them onto an email marketing. It's all automated for you. Mm-hmm. So anybody who like food, sweets, or anything else, you get them on the ER Shred funnel right after they click on this, and surprise, from the sweet is going to go to a nice 11-day system, because it's going to lose all of that weight. That's no brainer. And especially during the holidays, I tell everybody, I'm like, the more posts you can put like this on your social media platform, the more people is going to be connected with the 11-day ER Shred system. And it's just that simple. I'm like, it's like the more you work with those tools, like the more you're going to be familiar with this. But I tell everybody, I'm like, you don't have to know everything on the first day. The whole system can be I'm working with all of you guys. All of this, like all of the people who started during the last 2 months, I did one-on-one with every one of you, because I want everybody to have exactly what they need and just to go on and do their business. I know I'm not going to be able to do that over the next 6 months because it's going to be just an explosion, but I'm recording all of the videos for everybody to be able to do like a perfect duplication and a perfect setup.
We would want, Olivier, we would want everyone to go and gain access to that Facebook group that you created around NowSite, so that we're all educating each other as well, correct?
Correct. Well, actually, the site was created by Sandra.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. David.
Yeah. Sandra Davidson created a whole group because she saw the potential. I'm like, and as a team leader, it's a great things to do. I'm like, those girls have a great mindset business wise. I'm like, it's more like one, and that's what Isagenix is about. It's a huge family. It's a one team. I'm like, if each of us is able to have, like, some people are better with graphic design, some people are great with video recording, and so if we gather everybody together in the one group like this, I can just imagine like in the next 6 months time, how much content we're going to have out there, how many sales funnel, how many email campaign. I'm like, this company is going to be embeddable. It's like, and it's not coming from just corporate team. So it's not only like branded with Isagenix, but it's coming from the ground up. Like each one of you guys, like with IDs and everything else, I'm like, that's what's working very well for me. It's like, I'm going to just share that with you guys, and we're going to duplicate to everybody.
We're like empowering, Olivier, we're empowering our personal brand, are we not? Because generally what happens, like, look at me. I build this incredible team and hundreds of thousands of people, but because I never had my own tools around sales funnels, email campaigns, I have no way of communicating with all those people over all those years. Isagenix has that ability. They can shoot all my people with emails and text messages, but me personally, I don't have that ability unless I was very thorough at jotting everything down and categorizing it and building my own personal list simultaneously, I have surrendered a lot of that empowerment to the corporate. That's not a knock on them, but I find myself like, how can I just send an email to one time and reach all these people that I've built up indirectly, directly over all these years? Well, a tools like this would empower me to be able to do that. It's very empowering.
And that's exactly the point. I'm like, that's what it's like as a team, when you create a group team, and it's like, and everybody in your team is right in here. It's like you have access to all of them with one chat. You can just send a message to everybody, explaining everybody. I'm like, okay, that's a new document I have here today. I'm sending that document to all of you. Bam, done. Now it's like the next part of it, the very interesting part about the team management part too, is you are able on that section right here to actually what's happening. You see, I'm like the amount of website click visitors and analytics each one of your teammates have. So what you're going to be able to do is by viewing all of this, and it's like you're going to be able to help them. Okay, so you have 0 right here with the social media platform. It's just telling me, I'm like, you're not posting any social content. So would you like to have more lead? And so it's going to say yes. So now you just have to show him with the social marketing how to post those. So it is very, very powerful tools. Like when you start to know how to use this.
Mm-hmm.
And
I couldn't agree more, Olivier. I want to reiterate what you've been saying, which is this concept, ER Shred. It will appeal to people all over the company, all over the industry. It's going to appeal to people who, one, their motivation is real results that are viable, that are measurable, no BS. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the culture is going to be about helping people. The culture is going to be about having good motivations. It's all about giving. It's all about coming and operating from a service-based perspective. It's never going to be about money, 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 money. It's not going to be about the money game, okay? The money will follow suit. The money will come naturally. It always does. But this culture is also going to be, and it's already become that, and that's where it's really special, is the culture of ER Shred is going to be about collaboration. It's going to be about all of us distributors and representatives coming together with all of our know-how, with all of our expertise, with everything we've got, our talents, our gifts, our skills, and we're just basically throwing our log, we're throwing it on the fire, and everybody's throwing their logs on the fire, or even just imagine everybody bringing a different part of of a feast and bringing it, putting it on the table, and here's what I got, here's what I got, here's what I got. And pretty soon there's this big, beautiful feast, and we all get to enjoy it. And that's really what this is all about, is rather than sitting back and waiting, when is corporate going to do for me? When is corporate going to create something that works for me? When is corporate going to fix this, fix that? Why isn't this tool working? Why isn't that tool working? It's like saying from within ourselves, we know how to do this, you guys. We know exactly how to do this. And we know what we need, and we know how to empower one another, and all we need to do is do it together. That's been the miracle of ER Shred. The product results are a miracle, but I've never, in my entire 19 years now of professional network marketing, I have never seen people come together with such a generous, I've never seen it. I've never seen it where people aren't competing, they're not territorial, they're not jealous, they're not selfish, they're not vindictive, they're not sleazy, they're not trying to steal each other's people. This culture, guys, if we keep it going the way it's going and we dictate that culture out to everyone, it's something special. We don't want the sleazeballs. If you think that you want to get involved and and you're going to steal people's people, or you're going to just focus on just making money off everybody, we don't want you. We want good-hearted, down-to-earth, real people who actually give a damn about others, and the money's going to be there.
Just to answer the question from Don, and yes, we do have a mobile app for that, for our site too. If you guys have any, like we can do some open mic now. It's like if you guys have any questions, you can open your mic. We can answer any of those.
Yeah,
I'm here.
and Adam can help answer questions or give feedback. Adam, I don't know if you share, if you've really caught on with it. Anybody,
Yeah, I'm still.
Anybody that wants to contribute, we welcome your contribution.
Yeah, guys, I'm still here. Just to kind of calm your fears, because I was very intimidated by this for years, and unfortunately, that did me a huge disservice. Being so, I guess, caught up in my own ego that I wasn't going to ask a question because I didn't want to look stupid. But I am confident that if I had something like this, even as short amount of time as a year ago, it would be a game changer for me for where I am now. But I am confident that within a year from now, that I will be in a much better position than I am today because of this. Guys, this is not, I mean, it seems complicated and I was very intimidated by it. It is not. Just my advice to you is to just do it, sign up, get up with Olivier, let him do the one-on-one with you, and then keep on immersing yourself into it. Click buttons, start to figure it out for yourself. That way, you get a little bit more acclimated to it. And that's what I've done. That's why I just today figured out that I can use one of those social media posts and put a lead capture on that post that directs it to an email campaign, right? I didn't know that I could do that. I didn't know that I had the ability to do that within myself or within that platform, but I figured it out. So that's my advice to you guys. Don't be scared of it. Just do it. 19 bucks a month, way more value than most of the other tools that we've had in the past, in my opinion. Penny is great, and you can use some of the stuff from NowSite in Penny, and you can use some of the stuff in Penny in NowSite. So once you figure out what works best for you, you're off and running. I mean, I've signed up at least 5 people just through those easy ER Shred sales websites. Click Vanilla, click Chocolate, boom. I get a message on my watch. Hey, you got a new customer. Fantastic. It's that simple.
Adam, quick question. How long did that take you to get a result with the system?
Hours.
And I was like, like everybody's asking the questions like, how long does it take to get a result? Like,
well, and a result, mind you, guys, is not a sale. A result, in my opinion, is a lead. Mm-hmm. So let's make sure that we're not over promising. But as long as you have that lead, and guys, Sandra Davidson and Liz, whatever her last name is, the value that they have shared in the content section, the collaborative effort.
Right.
I mean,
that's just
it's 23 emails. One of the email campaigns is 23 emails over 8 months.
Yeah.
Guys. Okay. It talks about Ice Life. It talks about Ice of Body. It talks about cleansing, Peter Greenlaw videos, Dr. Plant videos. I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Right. They've all done it before us and gave it to us for free. All we have to do is, there is a little bit of work. You got to go into each email and change it and make sure it's yours. Right. You can't say, hey, thanks for blah, blah, blah. I'm Sandra. Right. If your name's not Sandra. So yeah, it takes a little bit of work, but once you're done the front end, it's automatic. It's great.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah, and I see the value. I know what you're talking about, Olivier, because you're basically investing. Every time you put out a picture, okay, every time you put out something educational, every time that you put out a Zoom like this, like our Come Alive calls that we do on Wednesday nights. We're not doing one this week, by the way. But every time you do anything, if you start using that funnel, you're building over time an incredibly powerful asset that you probably never realized you really do need. It's pretty damn essential. If you're going to do business, you need that. That's your power right there. That's where your power lies. And by the way, I want to make sure everyone knows, this is not some affiliate program. This is not something where I'm getting paid for you guys getting involved. We are not doing that. That is against the rules.
Yeah.
And we are not doing any kind of affiliate program with NowSite. We're not doing any of that. Okay. So I want to make sure that that's very crystal clear with everyone, that our focus is on what we are doing. That's where the focus is. We see this as a legitimate tool that serves us.
Exactly. Well, it's like, and it's like from our NowSite part, like we're already working with like 26 other MLM companies. So we're not like, what we're providing for everyone as a marketing tools and the duplication tools, and just to help everybody in there for themselves and their team too. That's what we do. And I'm very involved with Isagenix because I love the products, and yeah, 15 pounds lighter too.
You're actually in Isagenix and you're not under me.
Correct.
And you're not really actively building the business, are you? You just love the products. You love the company.
Exactly.
You should build the business. There's no reason you shouldn't.
Good one.
The results coming in for you, I'm going to get you to build that business you've got. You need to do it.
The only thing it's like if I started to make money with Isagenix and NowSite, that would be, a conflict.
Oh, you got a conflict of interest there. That's good. Okay.
That would be, that's why I cannot do that. And like, I'm working with like 13 other M&M companies, and everybody's like, it's like, why don't you just join us and make money with us? I'm like, that would be a conflict of interest. So that's kind of like, I cannot be involved on the business side of any of the other companies.
Good for you. Good for you.
Okay.
It's the way to do it. Is there anybody out there that has any questions or any kind of input?
Hey, Sean.
Yeah.
What's up, man? So I can just speak from what I've done so far. And I know I've talked with Adam a lot, but it's cool we say about this website. And I just want to be very upfront and very clear with everybody. I do not have any education in website building whatsoever. Like seriously, like I am a freaking competitive ultra marathon runner. I'm a big dumb jock. Like I do not understand technology. I understand nutrition. I understand the body, and computer stuff is not my gig. But this was so easy to navigate that if you just have a little bit of patience, like Adam said, and you just like, I think sometimes we come in and it's like, we just want. It's the same thing with nutrition, right? It's like, give me the damn magic pill. Well, surprise, there's no freaking magic pill, okay? So, is this the easiest platform that I've ever seen? Hell yes. Do I wish that I had the power of this in my back pocket 6 years ago? Oh my God, I don't even know what rank I would be right now, because we all know that connection is the most powerful thing we can have in this industry. And how many times have we heard through meetings and big events that we've gone to? It's like, you got to build your list. You got to build your list. You got to build your list. I'm looking over at my desk and I can probably see 7 different notebooks that have names spread out everywhere. And if I had something that was like, come on, let's be honest, like who actually gets all of that? I tried the spreadsheet, I tried my phone, like I suck at this stuff. And this just makes it so easy that it's like, it's just boom, it's right there. So with a couple clicks of a button, now my next thing, obviously I've been devoting all the time into building the front end and making sure that we have this package. But now I'm super excited to, I've already planned with Adam, he's done that time. Again, we're not connected on a financial aspect, but we both see the bigger vision. And we know that by working together, it's just going to make both of us better. So he's going to start teaching me how he did the back end with the emails, and I'm going to dedicate that time. Now it's not up to him. We're just going to guide. So I can't express enough, one, how much I'm excited with Olivier, how much time he's helped me with. Every single time I have a question, boom, he's right there. His wife must actually hate him because of all the time that he's given to everybody, because he just never says no, and we appreciate you. But I just wanted to reinforce don't be scared of this. Again, you know, I don't think any of us are tech wizards. And if you are, you know, I'm jealous of you because you'll probably get this a lot easier, but that's how easy it is literally anybody can do it. And with simply a couple clicks of the button or taking a little bit of time just to play around and figure it out, it really will all kind of come together. And with the help of everybody, it just makes it that much more beautiful and that much easier for everybody too. So that's what I just wanted to add that in there.
Yeah. Thank you, Jesse. And thank you for all the time you did invest. And you're right. You basically have demonstrated, if you guys go to ershred.com, you're basically going to see that that's what Jesse did. You know, this big dumb jock, you did it. And I watched you do it. I literally watched you via FaceTime. I watched you work on all that and get that done. So it is a great testament to what's possible. And now we're going to all be able to leverage one another's talents. And so it's pretty powerful stuff, you guys. I hope you can see it for what it is. 2021 is going to be pretty special. If you haven't figured out already, 2020 was a pretty refining fire, wasn't it? Would you guys think that 2020 was pretty refining in terms of our physical health, in terms of our financial health, in terms of our, you know, what is sustainable, what isn't sustainable, what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong? It's pretty darn telling. I just tried to go to Verizon, tried to go to the local Verizon store and they weren't open and I needed to get some things for Christmas. And so stores are shut down. So I called in and you know what the guy told me? He said, we're shutting down all the stores. We don't need them. We don't want to have stores anymore. In fact, it's just a bunch of overhead we don't need. We make more money without them. And
Exactly.
It's things like this, you know, everybody says, well, oh my gosh, that's so scary. That's so daunting. You know what? ER Shred is pretty empowering around your physical health, isn't it? Because it teaches you that the foods you put in your body, as Jesse said, are the most powerful drugs on earth. They're loaded. And you think, oh, I just eat this bite of food and, you know, no big deal. And you don't realize what it does at a biological level, at a physiological level, at a hormonal level, just a bite of food, what it does to you. And ER Shred is all about bringing about that awareness. Well, what we're doing today actually is about bringing awareness to independent business owners. It's time to get more sharp. It's time to sharpen our blades. It's time to get more efficient. It's time to leverage technology. And as they say, you either evolve or you die. You become a dinosaur, okay? So that's really what this is all about. And we're here to help you. That's the beauty of this is Adam chips in and Sandra chips in and Liz chips in and Jesse chips in and Crystal chips in and Olivier's chipping in. By the way, the reason he works so hard, this is the last thing I'll say tonight because we should end this call, but I'm going to tell you something, Jesse. My father came over here as a poor immigrant. And my father, he'll work circles around most any American. And Olivier came over here as a poor immigrant, didn't you, Olivier?
Yeah, I have like $2,000 in my pocket.
And these guys, you ever want to see hard work? You Americans think they work so hard. You want to see hard work, go find yourself an independent business owner that was an immigrant, that had no privilege, and you watch how hard they work. Everybody's going, is Olivier cloning himself? How's he doing all these calls? How's he getting all these people set up? It's because he knows how to work. So I'll give you that, my friend. You know how to work, and that's born of your experience. And I actually have a lot of respect for you. So thank you.
Thank you, Sean. It's just a pleasure to work with everyone. It's like, my goal is like as many people as like I can help on a daily basis is just one more. Just like the starfish story and the kids, it's like I'm saving one starfish at a time back into the ocean. It's the same system too. Like over the past 12 months, people have a completely different mindset. They cannot go back to work anymore. They got to work from home. They need to find a different solutions to make more money from home. So that is why we have all of that set up for everybody. you can do the whole business globally from your home with the whole system. You get the products coming to your door. You get the marketing on the internet and everything else. It's right there in one package. 2021.
All right. Well, we'll close it out, Olivier. We're cut of the same cloth. We really are. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it. If you have any questions and you didn't get your question answered, go join is it ISA NowSite collaboration? Is that what it is?
Correct.
ISA NowSite collaboration on Facebook.
Or you guys go onto my website. You get
Okay.
all of the information.
allD4U.com, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. This is a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow night, don't miss Jesse's Shred Your Body call. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be so heartwarming, and it'll lead you into Christmas in the right vibe and the right spirit. It's going to be beautiful. Thank you so much. We love you all, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys, have a good night. Thanks, Olivier.
Night, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.